Must versus shall versus should. Write clear security policies. Words like must, shall, and should do more than sound formal. They set expectations. Consistent wording builds clarity so teams interpret rules the same way and follow them without debate. Different modals signal different strengths. Some are strict commands, others are guidance. In security policies, ambiguity creates gaps, delays, and audit findings. If one person reads optional, while another reads required, controls fail. Clear modality drives compliance, speeds decisions, and reduces risk. By the end, you'll know exactly which word to use, when to use it, and how to write rules people can follow, and auditors can verify. Let's align on the big three. Must means a mandatory requirement. No exceptions in normal operation. If it says must, not doing it is non-compliant. Shall often appears in standards and contracts as a formal mandate. It carries legal weight in those contexts. In plain policy writing, it can feel archaic. Should indicates a recommended best practice. Strong advice, but not strictly required. You're expected to follow it unless there's a justified reason not to. Keep these distinctions consistent so readers instantly know the level of obligation. Reserve must for requirements that protect the organization at a fundamental level. Think legal, safety, or regulatory obligations, where failure has serious consequences. Use it for controls that mitigate critical risks, such as access control, encryption of sensitive data, or incident reporting timelines. Must rules should be enforceable, clearly testable, measurable, and auditable. If an auditor can't verify it, it probably doesn't belong under must. Example: all production data must be encrypted at rest using approved algorithms. No wiggle room, just clear compliance. You'll see shall in legal texts, standards like ISO, and contracts. It signals a formal mandate there, but in everyday policy it can confuse general readers. Some read it as future tense, not obligation. A practical style rule: prefer must for clarity, and use shall only when quoting or aligning with a specific standard or contractual clause. If you keep shall, define it in your glossary to avoid misinterpretation. In most internal policies, replacing shall with must reduces ambiguity and improves readability without weakening legal intent. Use should for the preferred approach where exceptions may be justified. It signals, follow this unless there's a clear reason not to. When a team deviates, require them to document the rationale, the compensating controls, and the time limit. Track these should deviations in the risk register so leaders can weigh impact and prioritize fixes. Example: service accounts should use short-lived credentials. If a legacy system can't comply yet, record why, set a remediation plan, and review regularly. Should keeps momentum while managing reality. Turn policies into checks auditors can pass or fail. For must/shall statements, write explicit pass/fail criteria. Avoid vague verbs like ensure, optimize, or appropriately. Prefer concrete actions. Encrypt, log, deny, retain, rotate, require. Add measurable thresholds and scope so testing is objective. Example: all external traffic must be denied by default. Allow lists must be logged and reviewed monthly. Another: sensitive data must be encrypted at rest with AES 256 or stronger in all production environments. If you can't test it, rewrite it. Pick a simple rule and stick to it. Use must for requirements and should for advice. Don't mix modals in the same sentence, or toggle between them for the same control. Clear examples help. Passwords must be 14 or more characters with at least one letter and one number. That's testable. For guidance, admins should rotate keys quarterly and after any suspected compromise. If a team can't follow a should, they log the exception and compensating controls. Consistency reduces debates and speeds implementation. Before publishing your policy, run this quick check. 1. In the preface, define each modal, what must, shall, and should mean in your organization. 2. Ban mixed modals in a single requirement. Pick one obligation level per rule. 3. For every should, require an exceptions process with documented rationale, owner, deadline, and review cadence. 4. Add verification steps for each must/shall. 5. Keep verbs concrete and measurable. This lightweight checklist keeps policies readable, enforceable, and audit-ready.